YouTube Live. This is my new broadcast, and I'm, like I said in previous videos, still trying to experiment with the things that work and do not work for this format. For this YouTube Live broadcast, I would like kind of to get in touch with all of you and basically ask you a simple question, which is, what are you playing right now? What video games or video game are you presently playing, and what's the game that you discovered recently that you found interesting? So that's my kind of main idea, main goal right now, right here, is to discuss new video games or old video games that you just recently discovered and you want to share them here with others who more or less almost certainly love video games. So like I said, the question is simple and easy. What video games or video game are you playing right now? In my case, I have to say that the game that I most played the most in the past, let's say, month or so, is the occult or cultist simulator. It's a really weird, odd card game that I'm still playing on my mobile phone, and I'm quite enjoying it, even though it's super different and super hard to figure out. It doesn't basically have any UI, it doesn't have any explanations except for really obscure, odd, kind of hard to decipher notions of what is good and what is bad, but without you actually figuring out what is either of those categories. You simply kind of try to figure out and survive the longest you can. And while you're doing so, you're also kind of getting into the world of the occult, the world of the paranormal, and it has a kind of strong Lovecraftian vibe to it, while at the same time it's completely obscure in the sense of what the hell is going on. But it's a different game. It's probably one of the most unique games I ever tried, I ever played. And I love card games. I really enjoy them, even when they're simple, even when they're super complex. Card games are, in my case, something that is kind of an evergreen interest for me. But I must admit that Cultist Simulator is very much different to everything I played so far. And that's a good thing, even though I don't enjoy it constantly. Sometimes it's frustrating and strange, but most of the time so far, Cult Simulator or Cultist Simulator was great for me. However, the question is, what is great for you? Or at least, what is the game that you're presently playing, or games that you're presently playing? I would love to hear from you. Anyone who is just joining me, thanks for being here, and let me know, what's the game you're playing and how do you like it? What's the title that you recently found out? It could be new, it could be old, it doesn't matter. But what is the game that you're presently either playing or planning to play in the near future? I'm guessing that a lot of you are playing, or planning at least to play, the new Hollow Knight. I didn't try it, I didn't play Hollow Knight, the first part either. It's not a game that I kind of like or am attracted to in general. So it's a platformer slash Souls-like. That's already two things that are kind of a not so popular thing in my mind, but I know that millions of you are presently enjoying the exact same title. So if any of you are playing Hollow Knight, let me know what you think about it. But if you're not, let me know what is the game that you're presently playing. Again, I would love to hear what you discovered. It can be new, it can be old, it can be anything. But in any case, do let me know which games or game are you playing at this present moment. I'm betting that most of you are playing something, being that my channel is kind of geared towards video games, and in all likelihood the algorithm is recommending this to people who enjoy video games. So let me know, what is the game or games that you found out recently, or at least you are playing as of recent. A comment will be more than enough if you want to share, of course. If not, I'll probably keep talking about the games that I played, or the games that I found interesting, relatively interesting, I have to add, because not all of the titles that I tried in the last, like, let's say, month were actually that cool for me. One of them is, again, a game that I tried to play several times, and every time I kind of dropped it at some point, and that's a kind of indie RPG called Pathway. It's basically a simulation of Indiana Jones movies where you have a team that you're kind of progressing through levels. You go on adventures in the Middle East, Africa, other exotic locations between the two world wars. You're kind of fighting the Nazi Germans in those locations. So it's very much Indiana Jones lore and notions. But every time I try it, I kind of get hooked immediately. But after, let's say, an hour, I find the combat system incredibly frustrating, incredibly hard, and also obscure to a point where it's basically telling me to stop playing it, which is something that happens not often, but sometimes in the games that I try out, because the learning curve at some point just flattens out and the fun element just starts plummeting down. But what is the game or games that you're playing right now? Please do let me know in the comment below. I'd love to hear what is the thing that you recently discovered, being that most of the games I enjoyed in my life or played for a prolonged period of time usually came as some form of recommendation from one person or the other, either in real life, but more than often online, because that's something that's a lot easier to connect with if somebody or someone recommends your game for their own particular personal reasons. So I would love to hear what are the games or game that you're presently playing. Please use the comments below and let me know. So Pathway, yeah, it's a different game in the sense that it really tries to provide a complex RPG system where you have your team. It's a 3-person or 4-person team, usually either 3 or 4 as far as I try to play it. You have your roster of your characters, you can choose them, you can equip them, they have action points, they have special skills, everything is already there, it's kind of present and it's not so obscure or unusual, but it comes together in a weird way, again in a way that isn't appealing to me at all. And once I start playing it for a prolonged period of time, let's say an hour or more than an hour, it's just mutating quickly during those kind of runs, because you always travel across a particular geographical space. Those runs at some point just become too hard and too weird in the sense that you're losing from too many enemies at the same time, and again it's becoming frustrating in basically not real time but really fast in a way that is, for me at least, completely unappealing. But what are the games or game that you're presently playing? Let me know in the comment and I would love to hear it. And it doesn't matter what the title is, it could be anything, everything, it can be more than one title. I would just love to hear what are the games that you are playing right now. So yeah, use the comment section below and leave that comment. I will discuss it for sure. I'm not planning to do this for a prolonged period of time. This YouTube live, I'm going to be here for another couple of minutes or something like that. Then I'm off. But in that period, if you have a game or games that you're playing right now, please use the comment section below to let me know which title it is, and I would love to talk about it. Chances are also that I have zero clues what the game is that you're playing. Too often I'm kind of met with games that I never heard of, which is also very cool to me because I love learning about new games and titles that I didn't even know they exist. So yeah, even if it's something very obscure, something that you think no one knows or very few people know, use the comment section below and let me know what is the game or games that you're presently playing. I'd love to hear it. Yeah, but with me, like I said, those are the two games that I've been playing in the last, let's say, 2 weeks or something like that. One is the Cultist Simulator on my mobile phone, which is a really cool, interesting, innovative, often very frustrating card game. And the second title is Pathway, which is also interesting but frustrating in a way that's very unappealing and weird for me because of its difficulty and combat system that is hard to figure out and hard to master, obviously, even though probably it's not something that you cannot overcome in, let's say, a couple of more hours of playtime where you figure out some strategies and approaches to the whole thing. But for me, it's simply not happening. However, what is the game in your case? What are the games that you're playing right now? What that you're playing presently? Let me know in the comment and I would love to talk about it. It doesn't have to be the best game ever. It doesn't even have to be a new game. Whatever it might be, what is the game that you are playing right now. Also, when it comes to the games I'm planning to play, I was thinking about trying out some of the old Metroid games, not actually Metroid games, the Castlevania games that I have in my selection on Epic Games Store. I got it some times ago. It's again going to be free on Epic Games Store. So I was thinking about trying out one of those vintage platformer Castlevania games from early 90s. I'm going to try to use the AI, some of the AI chatbots to kind of figure out what was the best ranked game of those, let's say, period, late 80s, early to mid 90s, and try it out, see how it feels, looks like today on a PC, on a modern PC. But I'm also going to stick with Cult Simulator because I would love to see one of the endings at least at some point, even though I invested a lot of time so far and I didn't manage to win a run. But for the last time in this broadcast, what are the games or game that you're presently playing? Please, if you'd like, let me know in the comment below and I would love to discuss it. Otherwise, if not, thank you all for a lot. Thank you all so much for being here on my latest broadcast. This is my longest broadcast so far. It's nearly 12 minutes since I started. Hopefully you found this interesting. I'm planning to continue to use it, Facebook or YouTube live broadcasts in this manner to kind of get in touch with all of you, to talk, to discuss stuff, and to kind of interact. For today, that's all. Thank you all so much for being here. I see a few likes, I see a few live listeners and viewers. If you're first time on my channel, if this is the first time on my channel for you, please consider subscribing. There's a lot of stuff on my channel if you're interested in games. And otherwise, have a great day and I'll talk to you soon on some other content I'm making. Until then, bye bye.